Welcome into our Countdown to Tip-Off interview series. Today I'm visiting with Jeff Morgan, longtime head coach of Harding University. In fact, about to start his 29th season as the head coach and also still serving as the athletic director. Is that right, Coach Morgan?
That's right. That is right. So
busy would be a pretty easy way to describe your life, I would imagine.
It is. It's pretty busy. It was pretty awesome before COVID, but then that little thing hit, so it ramped up on the busy side. But it's good. It's good. We've got great support here at Harding and great support in our athletic department and a lot of great people that we get to work with every day. So it's a good place to be.
Good. Well, that's the first question I want to start with. And then as I've told other coaches, we're not going to mention last year or COVID until the GAC asked me to do some sort of documentary. So last year, what was it like? What positives did you take out of that? How did you move your program forward during such a difficult time?
Well, I tell you what, I was really impressed. And obviously we only saw half the league in playing Arkansas, games and playing all the teams in Arkansas. But I guess the one thing that really sticks out to me, and I was really proud of our young men, the way they handled that whole situation, and other teams as well. I know coaches were fatigued. I know players were, when you're every day, every hour, worried about being in close contact, worrying about, who's going to be at practice, who's not going to be at practice, when guys are coming and going, and coaches as well. Mentally, it was a drain. And it was a strain, but I was really, really pleased with the way our guys handled that. Obviously, there were days where you had to deliver some bad news, and they handled it with great attitudes and continued to work hard all year. I really, really enjoyed, if there's one thing that kind of came out of it, I really enjoyed from October 15th to December the 18th. Even without playing those games, practice every day was a blast. And at that time of the year, it didn't hit us during that time of the year. So we never missed a practice, had anybody miss, from October 15th to December the 18th when we sent them home for Christmas break. And we had some great practices. It was a lot of fun. And the guys really, I think because of that, they never seemed to hit that mode of like, oh, I wish we were playing somebody. They never seemed to fatigue of practice. And I think they were just grateful for the opportunity to be practicing. And that was a lot of fun. Once we started playing games, then you had other issues with, just close contacts and those. Obviously, our team got affected a lot when you look at, it was just a rotation constantly. We had four guys. I think we had four guys all year that were available for every game that we played. And the rest of them were in and out. So, it was tough, but it was good. I was excited for the guys to have the opportunity to play. And like I said, I was really impressed with just, the coaches and all the kids around the league, just the way they handled it mentally and were able to get after it.
Yeah, having not played many games and not crossing state lines and kind of being on the outside looking in, it's kind of hard to know where your team is at right now, Coach. So let's mention some returning guys that maybe decided to take that extra year and come back, or did everybody move on? Let's start with that.
Well, we had three seniors last year: Romeo Harvey, Tyler Roth, Emir Medic. Romeo is trying to play overseas. Tyler Roth's pursuing grad school. He's in grad school here at Harding. Decided not to continue to play, but go on and get his master's. Emir did come back, and we're excited about that. It's nice having Emir getting that extra year. So those were our three seniors last year, and then we had some new guys like Romero Santiago that had a really good year last year. It was honorable mention all conference. Probably our returning leading scorer, Stetson Smithson, as a freshman last year, had a really good year and just got better and better as the year went on. He was one of the guys. Those two guys were available for every game. Dorian Bikovich was available for every game, even though he was playing a little bit injured, but he had a good year. But I think he'll have an even better year this year. I think he's healthy with a foot injury that he had, and those guys did a great job all year. And then we had Jordan West, Davis Morgan, some of those guys that Collier Blackburn that have been here a few years, but were kind of in and out last year, but had some really good moments at times. So they were, I know they're excited about getting back into it, and not having to miss days this year with practice and playing.
Coach, how did it change your ability to recruit or your mindset when recruiting? I don't know how early you knew that guys were going to move on or if they were going to come back. I'm not sure how all that unfolded, but did it change your mindset the way you went out and recruited this year?
Well, I don't know. It changed our mindset. I mean, we still, the people we're trying to recruit are very, very important to us, and the kind of people they are, and their character, and those kind of things, and their ability as a player and student. So I don't think it necessarily changed our mindset. We did know a little bit that Tyler was probably going on to get his MBA. Romeo, pretty much when season was over, let us know he was going to try to pursue playing overseas. And then Emir, obviously he wanted to be back, and those kind of things. But we were able to bring in some new guys that we really, really like. Brought in 4 freshmen, 2 transfers that we think are going to give us immediate help and get involved immediately. And so I think we've got some good depth and added some good pieces to the puzzle.
I'm a bit partial to one of those freshmen. I'm no longer at Arkansas High, but I do know Nick Watson very well. I used to teach there. So he's a good young man, and I know you always recruit top-notch guys. So I wanted to just slide that in real quick. And
yeah.
And Coach, let's talk about, this is October 14th. By the time this airs, it's going to be the 15th, which is that first big day. What is your mindset? What is your message to your students or to your student athletes? Because like I said, last year practice was so fun, but there were no games. Playing time matters now. There's a chemistry that's got to happen. So what is your message to your team early on before the games actually begin?
Well, we actually talked Tuesday afternoon. We talked about just having a mentality of we feel like great teams have first day enthusiasm all year long. And that's something that we try to coach, and we try to coach that about as hard as anything, just our energy and our effort at practice. And we think just building chemistry and those kind of things. So I think our guys are in a great place. We've had a really good off season, so to speak, even though we get 4 hours on the court. So we've been able to do a lot of good stuff. But obviously they're going to now hit that mode of, hey, we're going at, we're 20 hours a week now. We're getting after it in practice most every day other than the day off. And we talked a lot about just having that first day enthusiasm. And we don't want to get too up and too down, but great teams kind of have a steady trajectory of positive and just a great mentality and a great attitude and a great approach to the process that we get to be about every day in practicing. And then I know they'll be really excited to get on the floor and compete. Even though we got to last year, a lot of that was cut short. And again, you don't know whether you were in or out. So I know they're excited to get on the floor and compete and to get after it.
And Coach, with little travel last year, this year you're going to start some travel up by heading up north to Minot. So right out of the gate, you just say, hey, let's hit the road up north.
Yeah, in fact, both our scrimmages this year are on the road. We're going to Arkansas State for an exhibition game. It'll be their season opener exhibition game for us. And then the next day we fly to Minneapolis. So and get up to St. Cloud. St. Cloud, Minot State came down here 2 years ago, and we hosted the Classic. And obviously we couldn't go last year, so we wanted to honor that and going back up to their place this year. And so us and Washita Baptist will make that journey and hopefully get off to a great start. But we know it'll be extremely competitive. It'll be great opportunities, regional games. And both those teams have really good teams, good coaches, put a lot into it. So it'll be a great weekend of basketball, and then we'll get to come home and open up the home schedule.
All right. Well, Coach Jeff Morgan, I appreciate the time. Best of luck to the basketball team and to you as you oversee all of the athletic operations at Harding.
Well, we appreciate it. Appreciate you, Michael, and everything you do for our league. It's a great league and great. Going to be a great year in basketball. I know there's a lot of really, really good teams, and it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of exciting games.
I hope so. Looking forward to it. All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.